All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here recently, I had probably the most important breakthrough in my own personal research since I've been doing this. Uh, I thought the activity in general, the fact that I could go to this particular spot, the back of my property, and have them come in and throw rocks and sticks, break stuff, I thought that was amazing. I was supposed to be getting ready for the Molina Festival all week and staying out of the woods. That's what I told myself. But yeah, I'm getting ready for the festival. I'm almost done with my presentation, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute too. Um, but I got this idea in my head and I just couldn't wait. What I did, I started thinking about, all right, what's next? I mean, what am I going to do for the next year? Just keep going back there and keep getting audio? How am I going to get visual proof, at least on the thermal, that it's them doing this? How am I going to accomplish that? So I ran a few things around in the old head, and I came up with a bucket filled with 3 thermals. I covered the outside of the bucket in black plastic. If you don't know, which I'm sure a lot of you already know, thermal cameras can see through a thin layer of plastic. So I can cover the bucket. First, I cut slits in it, 3 different slits, little windows. And then I covered the outside with black plastic. And then I put 3 different thermals in that bucket facing different directions. Well, I took it out there with me. I walked out. I was out there for about 20 minutes. Little to nothing happened. I heard a few things, not enough to be 100% positive, but they were not active like they normally were. I figured, all right, it's the bucket. They're probably not going to do anything because I've got something new on me. So I said, I'm going to try it anyway. So I got ready to leave. I got my bucket situated to where the cameras were facing where I wanted. And then I put an audio recorder on top of the bucket. And I left. I left that bucket out there for an hour. On my way back to the house, I didn't make it maybe 40 yards and something hit the ground behind me, very close to that bucket. I turn around and I make my popping noises and talk a little bit. And I'm like, all right. Then I heard something else. I'm like, well, they're out here. I'm just going to leave the bucket. So I left the bucket out there. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump to the end. I did not get them on thermal. There's a little learning curve involved in this. I'll explain that in a minute. But for a straight hour, you can hear them running around, breaking things, and throwing things. If they are within earshot of this recorder, they are close enough to where these thermals will be able to catch them, which is unbelievable. It is, that's all I need to know. We're this close, people. We're this close. The idea that I can take that back there with me, I thought it would just scare them off altogether. Apparently, it does not. They will stay in the vicinity. I've just got to get this thing right. I had a few problems. Uh, one of the cameras was not close enough to the plastic. It's the binocs, because there's a, I forgot, on the inside of the binoculars, like the end of the binoculars is here and then the actual screen is here. So it wasn't close enough to the plastic to see through. With the other cameras, one did all right, but it's on top of a hill. and all the activity is down the bottom of the hill where the creek is. So I'm on top of the hill with the bucket, and the cameras are facing straight, which means they're like going off into the woods and they're not going downhill. I'm going to have to make a lot of adjustments. But just to know that I can probably fill that bucket with as much technology as humanly possible and set it out there and have them run around and interact is absolutely amazing. It's like I said, it's probably one of the most important breakthroughs I've had in my own research. Sky's the limit if that's what's going to go on. I've only done it once. This is going to take more testing, more tries, but I'm very confident if that recorder can pick them up, then that camera is going to be able to pick them up. The recording, I've made a video of the GoPro that's on my head. While I'm walking away, you hear the sound, blah, 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 and I walk off. And then the recording, I'm going to start from that same period. You'll hear me walk off, and then you'll hear something hit the ground. And then it'll be a whole hour. I've already listened to it. It's great. Give me a couple days. I was going to put it out as is because I got super excited about it, but I need to clean it up. It's got a lot of airplane noise. It's a lot earlier than I normally go out. So the flights are still, I've got a small airport kind of close to here. Anyway, a lot of airplane noise. Now, I got to get rid of some of that so you can hear it better and then amplify the other sound. But I will get that out after Molina. Speaking of which, what I think I'm going to do is my presentation starts at 12:30. I go from 12:30 to 1:30. I'm just going to do a live on YouTube. That way you guys can watch it. I don't know how well it'll pick up. We've got a big projector. Everybody can use a projector that's there. And I'll be playing video on there. I don't know how well it'll pick up. But you'll at least be able to get the gist of it. I'm also going to try to just record it in general. And as I'm practicing, I'll probably record that. So either way, you'll get a complete presentation with good audio and good video eventually. But I will be doing the live on Saturday as long as I have service or internet. This Saturday, the 18th at 12:30. Okay, so we got the bucket, got the plastic all the way around it. Now, right down there is the night ride. It's in that little box. There's a hole cut in the box, and then it's smushed up against the wall right there. It's got a slit like that cut down there. And we got the slit for this one. And then I just stuck a t-shirt down in here last night. And had that one sitting like there. Pretty much like that, looking out of this one. And then I had a shirt on top of here. And then I put the recorder on top facing out like that.